is very useful. That is why Goldmark 2021 is here just for you. And guess what? It's been awesome already. Yesterday we had a splendid time with Mr. Ricky on a simple but very powerful topic, useful in your language and moral. And today, it's going to be another exciting time with my own engineer, Dr. Mr Abeka. His name is a full dose, and we are going to have a spectacular time on the topic, useful in your work. How useful are you being at your workplace? The career, the profession, the things that God has given into your hands to handle. How useful are you being in that and many other things? Join us on a wonderful interview with this great man. Let's go for a short commercial break. We will be back in a jiffy. Engineer Dr. Herbert Kojo Abeka. It's a mouthful. He is a lecturer at STU, that is Sunyani Technical University, and also a CEO of a big construction company. I told you already, this gold mark is not about age, it's not about size, it's about capacity. And everyone can be useful despite who you are. Mr. Abeka, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Please, can I call you Herbert? So make it simple. Or Dr. Herbert?
No. Herbert okay. Is okay.
All right. Useful in our work. But before then, you are an engineer, right?
Yeah. A civil engineer.
A civil engineer. Okay, I am a geological engineer. Or should I say a teacher now?
I'm a goalie teacher.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lecturer is the advanced form or?
Yes.
You still teach?
Whether a professor, a doctor, in academia, you're a teacher.
The last time I interviewed you on another program,
yeah,
I was so blessed that today I told you I had to read an encyclopedia before we come. God bless you for coming.
Thank you.
Useful in your career or your work.
Yeah.
You are an engineer.
Yeah.
How useful have you been?
Thank you, Auntie Ranty. Useful in my work as an engineer. Well, I can say that I have been very, very useful. At least I've practiced for the last more than a decade. And I have built, I have employed, I have paid workers. And I think that I have, in one way or the other, contributed my little quota in helping society. You know, in diverse ways, we all, in one way or the other, want to be useful. We want to feel needed, competent, and of great value. But there are some people that we call them the go-to people. They are very useful. If you have any problem, you go to them. They assist you. Because God, in His creation, didn't make all these fingers the same.
Okay.
Some are taller, some are bigger. So if you are here and you want to get up here, it means that if you are there, you are useful. So to climb from this very place to get up here, it means that definitely you need to go to what we will call the go-to person here, so that you can get what you need, right? We go to them so that we know that they are more useful than us. We go to them so that they can give us solutions to the problem. I am teaching you how to calculate, let's say, bending moment equation, right? And you go on further to tell the person that you ought to be, you ought to stay positive.
Okay.
This beam that we have, it is more than 5 meters. And there is the possibility that when you overload it, it will break.
Oh,
right?
Wow.
So you try to, though you explain, you teach the student, the teacher, the science, the mathematical aspect, the theoretical aspect. You equally need to tell the person that even when the bending moment is this way, in life, you can't always be down there.
Okay.
Definitely, you need to come up. So we might say that concrete is very weak in tension, but because steel is very good in tension, we put it in so that it brings it up. So that when you build your beams, they don't collapse. Right?
It also means that teamwork or
teamwork.
Okay.
Yes, you definitely need somebody to help you to be useful in your work.
So you're just likening the energy
Yes.
or engineering to life.
Yes.
That is how we teach. So
Yeah.
I mean, the students can get the import of what you're
Yes,
teaching,
yes.
not just course and sign and.
It is very, very important because theory informs practice. All right, so they should know what literature says.
Okay.
But in addition to knowing what literature says, you should teach them some core values that will help them in life, like being positive, staying positive, being smart, having good communication skills. What we call the soft skills. Most of these things are not taught in class.
Oh.
I believe you understand.
Yes.
The person has to be sympathetic towards others. When you see that somebody is in need, you equally have to go to the need of that person. And some of these things are not written in books, right? But as teaching, you take time to explain some of these things to the younger ones.
I see. This is interesting because even as an engineer and a lecturer, you still try to inculcate morals into the kids.
Yes,
Wow.
that is the most important thing. That is what the children will remember you for.
That is true.
That this man says I should persevere. I should be determined. Right? They are not going to say that this man said omega is equal to, let's say, L squared times that. No. But those things that when they are out there will let them stand out. Some of these things you tell them in addition to teaching.
Wow.
Yeah, the theory behind some of these things.
We just started. You have not missed much. We are with Engineer Dr. Herbert Kojo Abeka. He's a lecturer at STU, that's the Sunyani Technical University, and also the CEO of Bexhill Construction Company in Sunyani, but he works all over the world. He's very, very powerful. And we are proudly sponsored by Golden Intellectual School. And I'm saying this because in our school, we teach children to be entrepreneurs. Just last week, we had an entrepreneurial day. And come and see how the kids were just excited learning something, because we want to make them very useful in life, very relevant, so that when they finish school and they have no job or no employment, they can put their hands to do something very great and be useful in life. That is why we are glad you have joined us on Goldmark 2021. We want to make your life useful. And also, we are sponsored by Seasons Honey Shampoo and Washing Soap. This is a young man who is being useful. This is sweet. Mr. Abeka, this is awesome.
Yeah.
You will love it. It smells like ice cream, like honey. And this is a young man who is being useful. I want you to patronize Season. He's prominent. And make sure that clear all his goods, because he's doing a good job, just to push him to be more and more useful. And also, paper bags. This is the best paper bag you can have in the world. Sometimes we even brand it. We write powerful citations on it. And this is by Divinely Rhythmic, where we do the best paper bags and citations. For we write with our hearts and not just with our hands. Let's go back to Mr. Abeka so that we have more of his in-depth knowledge. So, Mr. Abeka, being a lecturer is good. You are being useful there too, because I like the way you said that besides the course and the omega, you are also inculcating into them morals and ethics, which are hardly taught in school.
Yes.
What else do you have to say concerning your lectureship, being useful as a lecturer on campus?
Auntie Ranti, thank you. Also, the very things that you've done, those that you've practiced, you equally need to write them.
Oh.
Yes, you need to publish, so that the younger ones, those in academia, can make references to the work that you've done.
Okay.
Because if as an engineer, I equally need to be in the lab researching, right?
Oh.
Just last 2 years, we researched on thermal cracks in mass concrete, right? After the findings, definitely we had to write papers and put them out for those in academia to make references, and also those, because it is not nice in terms of serviceability. You have a building and you see a lot of cracks. What is happening? Right. So some of your findings.
What are the some? Is it because of the heat in Africa? Or?
Yes, we looked at the case of the tropics.
Okay.
And we realized that sometimes even the binding agent, that is the cement, causes these cracks. Okay. So we equally worked on them.
So we have to use the right cement, if not
yes.
Also.
Yes.
So what about this part of this country that when you build, I mean, there's so much water, it's sitting and making it green.
Yes, there are a lot of things that goes on there. Normally, we don't do what we call the geotechnical analysis.
Okay.
You need to do the geotechnical analysis to ascertain whether indeed you are even going to build on a rock, or even you are building in a swampy area. In Ghana, everybody is putting structures anywhere. They don't do most of these geotechnical analysis.
They don't consult with the geologist.
Yes. So,
but it's expensive to consult, you see.
Well, but at the end of the day,
we lose more. Right?
You lose more.
Okay.
So it is best you get everything right.
It's best
so most of your findings from research, you equally have to put it there.
Okay.
I need it for my promotion. I equally need to tell the outside world what I'm equally doing, so that they can make references and inferences to what we are doing. And in that way, you are also helping to build the future generation.
As you were speaking, what came into mind was that how you can correlate engineering and social lives and ethics, just like what you said you did.
Yeah.
So I think that would be a powerful book, don't you think?
Yes.
Engineering is just about building something. So if you can, relate that same aspect to building our lives, don't you think it will be powerful?
Oh yes.
So you owe me a book on that.
I'll try and write something.
Yeah.
I'll try and write something on it because if you don't have a good attitude, you definitely fail. You need a positive mindset. You need positive attitude in everything that you are doing.
Wow.
You have to get your core values right.
You have to get your core values right.
Right. Yes.
You have to get your core values right.
Yeah.
We are still moving on. So, Mr. Abeka, I know you built.
Yeah.
What is the greatest building you have built so far? Or the most difficult one?
The most difficult one, I would say the GM block at Asalam Down.
GM, what's GM?
GN, that is for
GM,
group Indum.
Okay.
We constructed a 6-story building for them.
Okay.
And that building was very challenging.
Oh wow.
The site was very, very small in Asalam Down. And the place was waterlogged. And we needed to do what we call raft foundation. We needed to pour concrete from morning till evening without any break. We didn't want what we call shear cracks in the foundation. Okay. And that very building was very, very challenging. Very, very challenging.
So what did it teach you?
It taught me that with determination and perseverance, you can conquer all. Now the building is there. Yes,
strong,
no cracks.
No thermal cracks.
No thermal cracks.
So with that, I'm just asking, so is anybody useless in this world? Is anybody there that we cannot build any good thing out?
No.
Really? But some think that they are useless. I mean, there's nothing that can come out of them.
No. Even for a mad person, he has something that when you look at that person will teach you something right. Let me give you a typical example. Yesterday, for example, I was coming from Accra to Sunyani, and I had gotten to Adum, Kumasi, the Shell filling station there, to buy fuel. And after refilling my car, when I was about leaving Adum to Sunyani, I saw this mad woman bathing in the afternoon. And she was bathing at a small area where there was this big pothole. She was sitting down, bathing there. She had sat there and she was bathing, right? And ordinarily, if this woman was not sitting at where we had that pothole, I would have just driven through that very pothole. It would have affected the shocks of my car. Okay. So God has given everybody something, and it is up to you to identify it, harness it, and use it. I don't see anybody being useless.
So why are some people feeling that they can't amount to anything? And even looking at the story of the building being at a very bad location, but still it was built.
Yes. Well, most people, they easily accept no for an answer. And if you want to be a great worker, or if you want to be a great employer or employee, you shouldn't accept no for an answer. There, no condition is permanent. No condition is permanent. Right? Even in your downest moment, just believe that you can make it. Just believe that you can get out from your situation. It's when you are climbing the success ladder, it is not all rosy. For me, as a construction company, during this pandemic, we had to go to our bankers to take facilities to work, even paying salaries. We thought that we were doing well. Then this pandemic, it affected all businesses, right? And that does not necessarily mean that our company was bad, so we should fold up. I kept on telling my workers, even if we have to take half salary, we still have to get going.
Yes.
We still went on, though we have not fully recovered, but I think that we are doing well.
Yes.
And imagine that you being the CEO of this company, and you are getting to the office and you look down on the cleaner. It's not the best, because they will sacrifice their work, come very early, sacrifice their sleeping time, come very early around 6 a.m. to clean the place. Yes. And even that time, you might be in bed. So nobody is useless. I don't believe that we have somebody who is useless. Last year, you spoke about where the Bible says that this pig with these pearls, the pearls to the pig. Yeah. And I told you that, for me, look at how I analyzed it. Yes. That although we were saying that the pigs were the worst animals, even some people don't eat it, right? If they didn't consume those things and those demons didn't even go into them, we have demons all over the place. Yeah. But it went into them and they went into the sea and they died. So I don't believe in the fact that anybody is useless. No.
Everybody has something good in them.
No, everybody has something good.
I think by the time you have to ordain you as apostle or something.
Oh, well, we are all pastors. We are all pastors.
Well, he's the president of Nines of St. John in Sunyani, number 757.
Yeah, commentary number 757.
Number me.
Yes, it is a special number. Okay. It is an international organization. Oh, okay. Yes, a religious one for that matter. And these numbers are given from the US. Okay. So it is unique. 757 is unique.
It's for you?
Yes, only for Sacred Heart Pen Class.
I can't have 757 and a half.
No.
I see. So we are already being useful with Mr. Abeka. And it's when you meet wisdom, I believe we are all learning and we are all beginning to be useful, knowing very well that no one was born useless. One thing we always say on Golden Pillars Foundation is that everyone has gold within. Yours may be 16 carats, 18 carats, 24 carats. But if you know who you are and you work according to your capacity and your capability and what God has put in you, bet you me, you shall shine just like the one who has the 24 carats gold, because God knows what you can do. That is why He puts enough in you to fulfill destiny. Thank you so much for watching, and please share to all your friends. We are just about midway, so you have not missed much. But you can also go on our YouTube channel, Ronti Ajaku, RANTIADJAKU, and watch the previous videos or this one. And always remember to subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification button so that whenever we upload a brand new video, you will be the first to know. Wow, let's go back and join Mr. Abeka as he gives us more insights on engineering and how he builds houses and also lives, because I know he's doing so much impacting the lives of so many young people right here in Sunyani and beyond. Yeah. Mr. Abeka, you build houses.
Yeah.
How useful have you been in building houses for India?
That when you are done working and you realize that your clients are happy, you are good. We have built all over the country, from the north down to the south. We've built in every region. Oh, okay. All the 16 regions, we've built in all of them. Wow. Mostly, we've built for institutions, factories, schools. We've done a lot of them. There is this client that we worked for at Nkranza. We built her a residential house.
Oh, wow.
She's currently in Germany. And well, she didn't tell us that the house was for the mother.
Oh.
So at that time, the building was around almost 52,000 euros. So she sent 10,000. The payment was staggered. She was sending them in bits, and we started building for them. The woman used to come around. Hey, I've come to inspect Adjo's house. Then she would even cook and bring it to the workers at Nkranza. When we were done, when we were cleaning the place, and they were bringing in the furniture from Accra, then she called and told me that I should hand over the keys to the mother. And she wants to talk to the mother.
I've got goosebumps.
Sorry. So the woman came round and she says, I am happy that finally you are done with Adjo's building your house. I built it for you.
Wow.
And it is your 70th birthday gift. And come and see. The woman blessed the daughter from her heart. She blessed her from her heart. She was so happy. And at that time, I was okay.
Wow.
Though I was waiting for my retention to be paid, my 10% to be paid. But I was so satisfied. I was very, very happy. I was very, very happy.
Wow.
I was very, very happy.
And that lady will
yes, and indeed it did got to me that some people are really appreciative of the little things that we are doing for them.
But yes. Yes, some contractors will not finish the house or they'll do inferior jobs. I believe that you don't do that. But if you did,
yes,
it would have spoiled your reputation by
now. Well, there are a lot of things that goes in. And I believe you are saying this in relation to government works. Most people are not able to finish most of the government works because of money. I'm not being political here because it cuts across all. Yeah. Government has a lot to do.
Yes.
And in spreading the national cake,
you get a chunk.
Yes, you get a chunk. And when the allocation, you don't get it. Some people are tempted, to buy the right materials, a small quantity, to do a lot so that they can maximize their profit. Our city, it devalues. So if I put in a little and I'm able to do much, well, I will make profit. But the good thing is that it is not always making profit.
Yes.
That is the most important thing.
A good name is better than
riches. A good name is better than riches, says the Bible. Sometimes it is best that tomorrow you should be able to go around and tell your kids and even your grandchildren that, hey, in my heydays, this is what I built.
And it's still standing.
And it's still standing.
And aren't we proud of Kwame Nkrumah? Look at the universities and all the things.
Yes.
Aren't we proud of
Yes. Yesterday I drove on the motorway.
Oh.
I drove on the motorway.
All these years.
And those concrete roads are still solid. They are still solid. You see, so we have to leave a better legacy. Whatsoever thing that you are doing, when you lay your hands to do it, just do it and do it right. And do it well. So posterity will judge everything that we are doing. They will judge everything that we are doing. So you ought to do it well and do it right.
We ought to do it well and
do it right.
You see, because I'm a writer, whatever you say, I'm thinking deep.
Yes.
It's true.
Yes.
We are not being useful in the little things.
Yes.
We want God to bless us, but they give you, someone's house to build, and you build it anyhow. And by the time, I know a mason, that by the time he finishes building your house,
he has equally, yes. Well, that is how they are. That is how most people are.
But it shouldn't be
but
so.
Ethically, it is wrong. Satisfy your client first. Project managers and engineers will tell you that I am very, very particular when it comes to the foundation. We have loads of work, but for my foundations, I don't joke with them. I am almost with them every site at least. From the
Oh, you travel a
groundbreaking,
lot.
yes, I travel a lot. I make sure that I am almost with them, especially when we are working on their foundation. Because if the foundation is weak,
Destroy. What can the righteous do?
yes. So I am very, very particular
Okay.
when we are working on the foundation.
Okay.
And also with the finishing. Because that is what sells you.
Okay.
That is what puts you out there. That, okay, I'm going for Bexel. What? Okay, we have a lot of contractors.
Yeah.
We have most people who are building. But what are you doing differently?
Okay.
So we are looking at the time in our delivery, then the quality of work that we produce, right? And we want to make sure that anything that we are giving you, sometimes there are some projects that we've equally delayed.
Okay.
We equally do concede on that one, but you should have the foundation right.
Okay.
The building should be very solid enough so that posterity will not come and say that, hey, Grandpa, you didn't do a good job.
Grandpa, which is Kezia's children or
Yes,
what? Wow.
Kelly's children.
You know, this man has beautiful, beautiful children, and they are enrolled in intellectual school.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of them because, I mean, when they speak, you could see wisdom. And I think it comes from their father. Or, okay, of course, I mean,
Their mother.
But the mother is another one.
Yes, yes.
Awesome woman.
Yeah.
Mommy, we salute you so much for looking after this wonderful man for us.
Yeah.
And for all the workers at Bexfeld.
Yes.
I don't want to make a mistake. God bless you so much. And all the lecturers at STU, we know you are good. I think once in a while we should bring in more lecturers. Because
Yes.
all those who come here just blow our minds.
Yes.
So the truth is that the good lecturers are not only in the main universities, but we have powerful ones
Yes.
all over.
Yes, all
I want
over.
to salute you all.
Yes.
I mean, teaching is a profession that
Yes.
needs to be honored.
Yes.
When you're speaking, you said foundation
Yeah.
and finishing.
Yeah.
Let's liken it to human life.
Yes.
Most of us, we don't have good foundation, but we
Yes.
want to hit and become great. What are the things we have to do on our foundation as our lives to make us useful? Because we are in a rush to, you know, make a name, but there are lots of issues.
That is a good one. Your foundation, you need a very solid foundation. First, the fear of God. You know, Bible says in the book of Proverbs 69 that the heart of man, you desire a lot of things, but it is God that orders your steps. All right. You have a lot of things that you need to do, but you need to get the foundation right. You ought to be prayerful. You ought to fear God. Because if you fear God, then that is when you get these insights and the wisdom to apply in the work that you are doing.
Sometimes you even go to the field and something, which is the Holy Spirit,
Yes.
will tell you that do it this way. Look at
Yes.
it, right?
Yes. You need God in everything that you are doing. I am not being too religious but you definitely need God to direct all your steps and all your paths.
All right.
You need God even to even touch the heart of your workers. If not, by the time that you are aware, they've stolen all the materials that you are going to build, used to build that good foundation. Yes.
You know, there's a friend of mine who had a bank,
Yeah.
a rural bank.
Yes.
And a worker called one of the big clients.
Yes.
To tell him, say, "Sika ni ho, and one million will sika."
Yes. Yes.
And this big fish came
Yeah.
to withdraw all his money.
Yes.
And
The bank collapsed. Yes.
so what you're saying is very
Yes.
important. God should touch the heart
Of your workers.
Support you,
Yes.
else you
Yes.
go down.
Yes. Yes. And you need God-fearing people, because when you are down, you need those workers around to equally help you. And when you are up there, you equally have to motivate them.
On this note, let me salute one Muslim staff of mine. I want to salute him, and I want to salute all Muslims. You know, this program is for everyone, because wisdom, we believe, is universal.
Yeah.
For everyone.
Yeah.
This is a young man who, I mean, when things were tough, so tough in the school, because he was shy of me, he wrote a letter of motivation to me. He's a
Yeah.
Muslim.
Yes.
To tell me that, Mommy, don't worry, everything will be
Be
okay.
all right.
And I see that you are slimming down. I mean, so me and you.
Hey.
But and when I read the letter, in fact, I think it's one of the people who made me love Muslims a lot. Even as much as I'm a staunch Christian,
Yeah.
I believe that as much as it lies in our power, we should be at peace with all men.
Yes.
So it's
Yes.
important
Yes.
that when you deal with them well, then they can even write such motivational letters.
Yes, to
tell
keep you
that,
going.
Wow,
To keep you
awesome,
going.
Awesome. So
Yes.
besides that, what else do you need for the foundation? Because some feel, I mean, I've had an idea, I have to go in. Is schooling important? But I see that you are a doctor.
Very. Yes. I am always learning, and I'm still learning. You know, I did say something that theory informs practice. You ought to study. Bible says that study to make yourself approved. So if you don't study, how can you perform out there? And even these days, we are moving into what we call competency-based training, right? You need to learn the theory. You need to practice it with your hands. You need to explain the theory to your students. And you need to help them build with their hands, right? Imagining you've been taught surveying, how to plot contour lines, and you don't know how to use the theodolites, the machines, these damping levels in picking levels. So the theory that your surveyor professor taught you, you should be able to apply them when you move to the site. So schooling is very, very good. Look at some of us. We don't have the muscles to work, but we've worked on our brains, and that is what is putting food on our table.
So it's better to develop the muscles in your brain than your muscles.
Oh, definitely.
Or both go hand in hand.
Yes.
I know you play tennis.
Yes,
very well.
Yes.
Okay, we won't talk about tennis today because I don't go.
Because you equally need to exercise.
Yes,
you equally need to exercise your body. Because if you don't,
so
yes, you
life,
grow weaker.
Have to really
you need to get it. Yes,
and
you need to.
finishing. Like
yes,
you are fine. You have, you can speak well. You can work well. Everything. We have to be all round to make our lives. Should I use the word sellable or useful to others?
Yes. If you have all the ideas in this world and you are not a good communicator, forget it. You equally need to communicate well to the outside world. Communicate with your finishing. Communicate with your way of life. Communicate with everything that you are doing. I normally tell my students, even with my small belly, I try as much as possible to tuck in my shirts. I don't want to see, look good.
So is that who made you open it up? Like you know, open. Just want to see how useful you are doing.
So, the students, the children, they are looking at you.
They're watching,
and you are their role model, right? So whatever you do, you are writing your story in their minds, right? So the finishing is equally very, very important, right? That is what everybody sees. Nobody sees what is underneath these buildings. This very big, beautiful studio that we are. Nobody knows that even at a point in time, the block work, it was hollow, and we needed to put in laterite to fill it, right? The laterite that we work and we work on them and we trample on them, they are useful. When you create that void, that is what is fetched in to make the foundation solid. Because if you don't put in that dirt that you are working on, right, this very oversized concrete will just crash. So nothing is useless. No material is useless. Everything is very important. Everything is good. You just have to accept yourself, learn all the things that will make you useful. Learn the good things that will make you successful in life. You need to throw away the bad things, right? If you know that smoking will impact positively on your mind, go ahead and smoke. But at the end of the day, it will affect you mentally. You will die from cancer. So I know that this is bad to my health. So I'll shy away from it. I'll move away from it. I believe you understand. So before you can be good, before you get a perfect finish, you equally need to work on yourself. And remember, when you are climbing the success ladder, you equally need to listen. You need to listen to what your people are telling you. My mother says that when you are going out, remember, son, there is an old lady sitting out there who is watching you. When you are coming in, that same old lady is sitting outside who is watching you. So tomorrow, when they don't see you, they will say, oh, the man that goes to work at 6 a.m. and comes home at 10 p.m.
I think they take records, Papa.
They take records. But surprisingly, when you are going out, you don't see anybody. When you are leaving, when you are driving your car out from your gate, you don't see anybody outside. But there is somebody, when they don't see your car coming in, at this time, they will be able to predict that this man is not around or something bad has happened to this very man. So always there is a third eye watching you.
So always there's a third eye watching you.
Yes.
Wisdom is profitable to direct.
Yes.
We are also sponsored by Smart Water. And Smart Water is one young man. You know, I love young people. And he does branding of water for occasions, funerals, weddings. So he has branded Gold Mark for us. He's one of our sponsors. And you can get Smart Water on 020-4221-206. And also, as I said, Seasons. This is a beautiful product. And you can equally get him, that is Seasons, on 054-200-0049. If you call Prominent, you can get any quantity in gallons, in barrels, for that your workplace, your restaurant, your hotel. If this is in your hotel, guess you, the clients will love it because just the fragrance alone is mind-blowing. Let's go for a few final words from Dr. Engineer Mr Abeka as we round up on our topic, useful in your work. He's been useful as a lecturer, he's been useful as a builder, an engineer, and even useful in the lives of people. I know he's helping a lot of people. And whenever you call Mr. Abeka to come for any program, he comes, pours out his heart, and blesses everybody there because he believes that he ought to be useful in everything he does. Let's go over. But before then, are you being useful? And I believe you are learning a lot from Mr. Abeka. Next time, it could be you I'm interviewing. And you shall say, of course, Ronti, I've been very, very useful after I listened to Dr. Herbert Kojo Abeka. Okay, so before our final words, I want to know, at your workplace, your workers, because, you know, there's some people that their workers don't really want them, but they are there because of their salaries.
Yeah.
Besides their salaries, are you impacting into the lives of them? Are you grooming them? Because I remember yesterday, somebody wrote on Facebook, one of my daughters, Winifred, who handles kids' golden moments. I mean, the person said, Ronti, I see you in Winifred so much. And everybody keeps saying that thing because she has opened her heart and she's learning from me. Do your workers get outside your workplace?
Okay. Thank you, Auntie Ranti.
I say Auntie Ranti.
For my workers, as I did indicate that schooling is very important. Most of these graduates, when they come out after their national service and their internship with the company, at least I can talk of about 2 of them that we've given them an opportunity to travel outside the country, to go to China, to do their masters.
Oh, wow.
They went, they came back, and they are working with the company.
Oh, they didn't run away?
No, they didn't. And
that is loyalty.
Yes, and we didn't give them any bond form for them to sign, but they just came around to help build the company.
Oh, wow.
And they are really doing well. We had some good students from the Polytechnic with HNDs. We had almost 3 of them. When they came, we've given them an opportunity to go and do a top-up so that they can have their degrees. Had it not been the pandemic, at least 2 of them would have been out there in China doing their masters.
Oh,
when they come, we just want Bexel to grow and to glow.
Grow, glow, and show to the world. Today I write.
Yes, a little.
You're a writer. I know
Yes.
you're a writer. So I'll just impart the rhymes in you so that you do it. And what about outside too?
Yes, outside we have a lot of kids that the company is equally sponsoring. We have 1 or 2 orphans.
Okay.
We have 1 or 2 adopted children. Wow. My best friend, Kwesi Tori, we lost him last 2 years ago, and we have taken up the mantle of taking care of the kids academically.
Bless you.
I had 1 accountant. My first company that gave me an opportunity to work, J.A. Adom.
Okay.
The daughter.
A powerful man too.
Yes. The accountant, unfortunately, he is not around.
Okay.
Though he's not dead, but I've taken up the sole responsibility of taking care of the daughter, so that she would equally be useful to the society.
I like that one. Useful to the society.
Yeah.
You are doing a great job, and God bless you so much,
Amen.
so much, so
Amen.
much. I know you
Amen.
are being useful in your work.
Yeah.
From everything you have said,
Yeah.
even if you are doing a little
Yeah.
job, not a construction or a big man,
yeah.
you can equally do a little to
Yes,
support the
yes,
society.
yes, yes.
So what is the project you are doing for the society? What project do you have? Maybe do you want to build a library or something in Sunyani? Because you know Sunyani is a blessed land. It has blessed us a lot. Do you have any intention, or we should keep it secret?
Well, I can mention 3 of them.
Okay.
One, Bexville as a company, we have built a Catholic church.
Oh wow.
At what we call the Green Hill area, Dr. Abeka,
Okay.
so that people can go there and fellowship.
Really?
Yes.
No wonder God keeps blessing.
Yes.
Wow.
And one of our biggest clients, Holy Cross Brothers, we are building a dining hall for them at Kaswa.
Okay.
We are building a dining hall for them.
You have to give back to
Then,
society.
yes, we are giving back to them, and they constructed 1,500 capacity assembly hall. We equally gave a bigger donation towards that very building. So when you go there, you see that my name and the company's name is boldly written on that very building.
But you are just 16 years.
Yes.
Which means that you have so many years to live. So you have
Yes.
so much to do.
Yes, we are doing. We want to do a lot. We want to bless.
If you are 16, then how old am I?
12. We want to bless. We want to bless everybody that we come across.
Wow,
Yes.
wow. Thank
Yes.
you so much. I really enjoyed the
Yes.
interview.
Yes.
Yesterday they said I shouldn't rush the guests. That's what the viewers said on Facebook. They said I should let the guests flow. So
Yeah.
today, please, I hope I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah.
I just want it to flow. So they'll say, no, let them talk. Don't cut them. So I believe that will give you ample time. You're just
Yeah.
going for a short commercial break, and you're going to give us your final words. But I really had an exciting golden moment with
Yeah.
you. Thank you so much. We will be right back after this short commercial break.
Being useful in my work, I believe that perseverance and determination conquers all. You ought to be, you ought to persevere in anything that you are doing. There is no opening that, there is no wall without an opening. For every wall, whenever you are pushed hard by the devil to any wall, I believe that God leaves a small opening for you to come out. Even the Great Wall of China has an opening. So whenever the devil pushes you hard in your work, in your family life, in anything that you are doing, remember that there is no wall without an opening. And for the love of God and love of man, I'm begging everyone, being an employee or an employer, just make sure that we all do our very best to make this place the best. Make sure that the little opportunity that you've been given, you make maximum use of it. If you're a worker, don't steal the things that you are supposed to use to construct for others. If you are also the CEO, make sure that you don't take their workers their profit. You equally have to pay them. So, and as a family man, you ought to take care of your family very well, your children, your wife, your home. You equally need to take very good care of that place as well. You ought to be successful in all spheres of life. You ought to help everyone. And this is my little advice. Though it is very, very difficult these days to build, I would encourage everyone to own a house, to own a home, a place that you can go and rest after the hard day's work. I want to encourage everyone to build, to have a place where you can call your own home. And that one will save you a lot, because there are a lot of stresses out there. And these stresses can cause a lot of strains in our body and everything. But when you have a good home where you go and you are being pampered, and you go and you see your kids, and it is your own, landlords and landladies will not be running after you. So I encourage everybody to build and own a house. Thank you.
You can go on my YouTube channel. We have one short video on move outs. That one will teach you how to move out in your own apartment. 1 bedroom house, 10 bedroom house, any bedroom house is a house.
It's a house.
So you start little by little and you'll be surprised how soothing it is to be your own home.
Yeah.
Dr. Abeka, this is from one of our sponsors. This is Seasons. We have the liquid soap and also the shower gel. You enjoy it this evening, and it's very good for women. After they use it to bath, I believe it's only grown-ups who are watching this. They smell like ice cream and you love it. You understand what I mean?
Yes, I do understand.
And also we have some branded water for you. So since it's huge, maybe just for the camera, so put it down here. Then also, we have paper bags. This Christmas, we have 100 paper bags for you. Let's fill. So just give us your logo and we'll brand it for your customers. So you put something beautiful inside and give your customers. So please remind me on that, because a promise is a debt. And also we have a beautiful little gift we have to give to you. So we believe that you appreciate us for being here. This is for you. All right. God bless you so much. And the title is You Build Lives. I'll read it shortly for you. When a man's life is useful, it's an achievement that cannot be overlooked, even if with disdain. Such is your life and endeavors. You have carved a niche, even out of scarcity, several limitations and pain. We are so privileged to have you join in Goldmark 2021, where your expertise and experience has taught us many lessons and strategies, so much gain. You have shown us many ways in which we can be useful, if only as mental engineers consciously plan and build our lives. Engineer Herbert, you just do not build houses and great edifices. You build lives. We believe we can make it because you are convinced by your speech that we can. Our lives will definitely go onto another level of glory. We will reign and become more and more useful day by day. Thank you for being useful to us. Continue to build. This is from Golden Pillars Foundation to Engineer Dr. Herbert Kojo Abeka. God bless you so much.
God richly bless you.
And we'll see you again. Next time.
Thank you.
Keep building. And please, you owe me a building.
I will.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you on the next episode of the interview. But before then, don't forget to subscribe and share to all your friends. Let everyone watch this powerful interview, and that will make them push forward and build their lives and also build houses. See you same time tomorrow.